Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 18th. This week, we're going to just jump right in here, Taurus, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time, and that'll be that. But Taurus, there will be a part 2 to this reading, and it will be linked up in the description down below. As always, everybody has had the tower this week again, so clearly I don't know if we're being prepared for a collective tower moment, if they're, I kind of feel like the collective tower moment is something that is, just happening, basically all at once, if that makes sense. To me, the tower's not a bad card. To me, the tower has to happen anyway, because, the tower represents things being the same for too long. But we'll look at it. You start off here with this Be Insightful and Established card. It says, ground and rebalance your energies. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. So definitely a good time to be present. Again, you're not the only sign, actually, that has had these cards of kind of being present. Definitely another trend that I've been noticing this week in particular. So it seems like the cards are asking everyone to be present at this time. You have the Lovers, the Four of Swords, and the Hangman in this row. Kind of interesting because you showed up in Pisces reading here. With the Hangman, you have a Pisces, and so Pisces is showing up in your reading now, which is very interesting. So, again, if you're looking for love, definitely could be a Pisces, or it could be someone who has Pisces in their chart. Doesn't have to be, but, it is interesting when that happens, when I get both signs showing up in each other's readings. The Lovers could also be you being at a crossroads, especially with the Tower. Especially going like this diagonal right here, Lovers to the Tower. That is like having a choice to make, or being at a crossroads, or needing to make a decision. So I do feel that for some of you, you could need to make a decision with the Lovers at this time. The trick with the Lovers is that we have to kind of trust our inner voice. We have to listen to our higher self angel, which is this angel right here. So I would definitely listen to yourself at this time. You have the Four of Swords, which is a card of recovery. So I do feel that some of you could be going through a healing, or you could just be healing from something in your life in general. The Four of Swords is also hoping for blessings, and I don't know, I feel like pretty much everyone is hoping for things to get better, of course. And again, it just seems to be a very common energy at this time. You do have the Hangman here, and the Hangman is kind of waiting to make a decision. I feel like everybody is in Hangman mode right now in general. It's like we've all been enlightened. You even have the Sun here, which is a card of enlightenment. His head is glowing on the Hangman. So again, he is receiving enlightenment, kind of, or he has been enlightened on what to do, what direction to bring his life, and all that other good stuff. But it's he needs to make the decision. He needs to get moving. So in a lot of ways, I feel like it's decision time for you with this Hangman energy. And that's what we're going to look into here. You have the Three of Cups. If you saw at the beginning, the Three of Cups came up in reverse. I don't really read reversals. Well, I do, but I read intuitively, and frequently I will give a reverse meaning. So people always ask why I don't read reversals. I read intuitively, and sometimes I do give a reverse meaning for a card. So, they're just not in reverse. But this did come up in reverse, and you do have the Ten of Wands here. Three of Cups in the reverse would say that you are not working together with people, and it says you need to. The solution to the Three of Cups in reverse would be to make sure that you do work with other people. Ten of Wands, carrying too many responsibilities on your own, so it makes perfect sense that it came out in reverse. And again, I would just say teamwork makes a dream work, especially for you Earth signs. I'm always saying this because, every single Earth sign reading I do, there's something about teamwork going on. So I would definitely look into, working together with other people, or getting people to kind of pick up the slack, or do things that you don't necessarily want to do. You have the Ten of Wands, the Tower, and the Queen of Wands here. Again, the Ten of Wands, he's about to have a harvest. He's about to bring his harvest back to his house, which is right here. I'm not trying to flip you off here, Taurus. I'm trying to move my finger, but right there is his house, and he's trying to get to that house so that he can put down his harvest. What he is carrying is something that he has grown over a long period of time. So it's he's trying to have a harvest. You do have the Tower here, and, I do kind of get, like, if I'm being honest with this Tower card, I do kind of get a little bit of that, like, this energy of, like, expecting a different result and getting a very similar result on something. And I hope that makes sense. That's the type of Tower moment that I'm getting for you here. Is it a bad thing? I don't think it's super upsetting, I don't think it's going to be... I don't think it's going to ruin your day or anything like that, but I do feel there's a need to change. You even have this mice card at the end here. I can't really read it from this distance, but, mice in, like, pretty much every single mouse card that I have, it kind of represents the small details or needing to make some sort of change. So it's like if you're launching a business project or if you're doing something you've done before and it kind of has a similar result to whatever you've done in the past, I feel like this is saying, like, there are some small details or maybe there are some things that need to change so you can have a better result. And that's what I feel like you're going for here. Again, I do feel like obviously there's going to be a collective Tower moment. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A couple weeks ago, I was getting between April and May, basically. So, or April and June. And so I feel like this collective Tower moment could happen between, the next 3 months or whatever you want to call it. And, I feel like we're going to see, like, little Tower moments leading up to a big Tower moment. I don't want to scare anyone, but I don't know. It could be anything that's happening. I don't want to make my predictions here on YouTube because I'll probably get banned, but that's what I'll say there. And finally, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want. So I feel like you need to be bold and assertive at this time. Fortune really favors the bold at this time. I'll tell you what, Taurus, it really seems like the universe wants people to be bold and assertive. I really feel that, I've talked about it before. We have all this energy in Aquarius. Aquarius energy wants us to be bold, wants us to be assertive, really wants us to be our own little star and wants us to stand out in some way. So I really feel that we're probably going to see, like, a lot of heroes at this time. And I mean a lot, more so than any other time in the past. But you're going to have to, kind of grab the bull by the horns, so to speak, to be one of those people. But I would recommend that you do it. So anything bold that you feel like doing, I feel like you should do it. Next, you have the Eagle. Spirit says triumph over troubles and obstacles. Like I said, I feel like you will easily solve the Tower moment. You also have this mice card. It says discord among friends and family. The whole friends and family thing comes up for pretty much everyone as well. If we look at the astrology, I do feel there's a lot that could be, getting in the way of friends and family that could be causing problems there. But again, I would say no arguments in the home, especially with Mars retrograde. I would keep it positive, and I would make sure that you're not, like, causing any problems with people in your house and or your family. I think it's better just to let things go right now, and I think that's what this is talking about. I also think it's talking about the small details because you have the Eight of Pentacles here. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles is, wrong camera. The Eight of Pentacles is like a card of small details. It's a card of diligence. It is a card of, like, the paying attention to the details. And I feel if you're having a Tower moment like I described, where you are starting something again, but you have a very similar result, if your results between the things that you have been working on in your life have been the same for a long time, this could include relationships as well. It's like maybe your relationships always go the same way. So it's like you're getting the same result. I feel like this Eight of Pentacles is actually a very easy solution. I feel like it's saying that you could be missing some of the little stuff. Some of, like, the little things are what you are missing. And maybe you, again, 10 of Wands, 3 of Cups in reverse, maybe you need other people to help guide you or to tell you, hey, do this, do that, make this change. And, I kind of get that for you here, where it's like there's some things that maybe need to change. There's some things that maybe you need to do differently. And I would kind of look at, I really feel your best answer is going to be to ask people in your life who you trust. I feel like they're going to have the best answers on how to get a different result. It could also be, maybe you watch someone on YouTube, like some sort of expert that could solve your problem or whatever. And that's what I'd be looking at here. You have the Sun. I love the Sun because I do feel like there's enlightenment for you here. I feel like you have been enlightened, Taurus. I feel like there are answers is what this is saying. And sorry, I just need this mint because my throat is very dry today. But anyway, I feel like there's a lot of enlightenment going on for you. I feel like there's a lot of positive attention coming in for you as well. But I really feel that the sun sometimes shines a light on the things that we need to pay attention to, things that could be important for us, like all that other good stuff. But we have to see it. It's like, imagine if it's almost like a spotlight is sometimes how I see the sun card. It like could be shining a light on an answer for us, but we have to pay attention to it. And it could be, again, information that comes from a friend or a family member or whatever. I would look at anything that you're making overcomplicated as well. This is why. This is like hard work. This is diligent work. There's a difference. It's like the Ten of Wands, he's having a result. He's having success, but is there a better way to do something? Eight of Pentacles, much more focused, much more, doing things on purpose. I talk about this all the time. I mean, just look at YouTube. There are tons of people who do YouTube, right? But there's a whole broad spectrum of results. And there are tons of people who do hard work on their YouTube, but they don't get very far. Then there's other people who also do hard work, but they're doing focused work. They're doing diligent work. They're really focusing on, kind of making punchy videos and things like that. That's like the Eight of Pentacles. It's like they know exactly what to work on. They're not just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks, which actually I'm a big fan of experimentation, so don't get me wrong. But they kind of have a good structure, right? And that's how I'm kind of seeing this reading for you in all areas of your life. I feel like it's encouraging you to not just focus on, doing the work on relationships or businesses or whatever it is that you're working on, but it's like there's a difference between just doing work and doing work where you're doing what works. I hope that makes sense. Probably not, but there you go. And finally, you have the Seven of Cups. Again, very unfocused, right? He's spoiled for choice. There are some good things in those cups and there's some bad things in those cups, but he has to pick the right things. And again, I really feel like that Three of Cups is saying there are people that have information for you and you're gonna have to find the information, and you're gonna have to look at your life and say, where do I want things to be easier, right? Or where do I want to get a better result? And I would be focusing on that, because it's like there are some good things and bad things, but if you focus on the good things with the Seven of Cups, then you can be far more successful. So I don't want this to sound very confusing, but I feel like this reading is saying with that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like that's the most important card other than the Sun, which is the best card in the tarot. But I feel like this reading is like saying that maybe if whatever you're working towards, you've been working on the wrong things, when there are where you could put in the same amount of work, but get a much bigger result, And that's what I see happening here. I feel like the Queen of Wands is also important as well, because it's like, there might be some things that require you to be bold, the type of work that you need to do to be more successful. But this is interesting. Part 2 is linked up in the description down below.